Hey guys, welcome back to Vigilante Mode. We're gonna talk... One second. Hello? No. No, there's... No, there's no Ghostbusters here. That's just like the tagline of the movie, like who are you gonna call? How did you get this number? No. Sir, relax, calm down. It's just a movie. It's not a real number that you call if you have a ghost problem. You might want to call like a priest or something like that. Sir, I can't. Okay, you know what? Actually, matter of fact, I'm new here, so let me put you on hold for a second, okay? Ghostbusters. Okay. All right, just give me your address. We'll send someone over. Okay, great. Bye.
Initiate Vigilante Mode.
Alright, welcome back guys to Vigilante Mode. It's a busy Vigilante Mode weekend. Before we get started, I want to just say a couple of quick things. It is the week of Star Wars, or the weekend of Star Wars Celebration. There will probably be some news, some pretty big stories coming out over the course of this weekend. There was this really cool Rogue One real kind of like documentary footage showing some behind the scenes stuff. It looks really cool. I will link that below if you haven't gotten a chance to see it. They showed a new trailer for Rogue One at Celebration, but it's just not online yet. So just like keep an eye out for that. That said, let's get into the review. We're talking today about Ghostbusters 2016, directed by Paul Feig. It stars Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones. This movie, like I said in the previous review for Ghostbusters, the original, it's gotten so much online hate, partially because it's a remake of a classic. People think it should remain untouched, but also because it's a female-led movie. Having seen it now, at least from my opinion, I can put you guys at ease. Relax. It was okay. It was actually not a bad movie at all. Kate McKinnon, she was great. I guess she kind of stole this show. I haven't really seen her on SNL because I don't have cable. She was really fun in the movie. I really loved watching her comedy or improv. She was great, as are all the women in the movie. Melissa McCarthy, she's a star. She is a movie star. I think she has proven that she can open a film, and not many, actors can really open a film box office wise anymore, but she's one of the few. Leslie Jones, she was funny as hell. I really like her. And Kristen Wiig, I thought she was really good in this movie. Aside from Bridesmaids, this was a film I think that really allowed her to shine a lot. The ensemble was fantastic. They were really good. This movie made fun of itself. It was self-aware. It wasn't like trying to take itself so seriously. But in a way, it actually kind of did take itself rather seriously because I think it knew how much everybody out there was already hating on it. There was actually some character development. I felt like I cared about the characters. I actually felt very invested in at least like the two main characters, which are Kristen Wiig's character and Melissa McCarthy's character. Some of the comedy in the movie really works. Some of it doesn't. I would say the comedy element to it was a success. But keep in mind that this is not only a comedy. It's an action movie, it's a horror movie, it's a science fiction movie. It had a lot to balance out. Did it do it perfectly? No, but it still was a pretty solid telling of this story. There were definitely some fun callbacks to the original film. This is the Hemsworth brother that I really do like. I feel like this guy, Chris, he's got a lot of charisma, and I think he's shown that he's got some versatility. I mean, he can do comedy, he can do, his Thor thing and action roles. I mean, he's a pretty good actor, and I really liked him in this movie. He was very funny. The special effects were pretty impressive. It was okay that things look cartoony in this because it's like a cartoony idea. I hope these characters, these women, they get some action figures. I remember there was a little controversy over Rey from Star Wars, like Daisy Ridley getting her own action figure. These women surely deserve action figures themselves. I mean, they were just as much of an action hero as any male could or has been. The movie felt a little long, despite the fact that I think it was only like 140 minutes. It kind of felt long. There were just moments in the film where I felt like we had already seen a couple of versions of like them testing out the tech and how many times we need to see that. I also thought that the transitions of the film weren't particularly cohesive always. I think Paul Feig is a talented director, but this movie to me didn't really have like a signature. It didn't have like his stamp on it. Modern comedies sometimes seem like they're all directed by the same person to me. With that said though, I thought it was very well shot. I thought it was very beautiful to look at. Cameos, you know, I'm a little undecided about some of them in the film. I'm not going to spoil any of them for you, but some of them just felt very obligatory, and I don't know if they were all that necessary. I feel like the movie could have stood on its own without them. I felt like the movie was very much a remake of the original. Like the same beats, the same story, maybe just like a little bit more of a departure from the original would have made it stand out more, and maybe even had a little less backlash to it. I really love this strong female revolution in film. I think it's time that we've had that. Minorities can be heroes, gays can be heroes, women can be heroes. It's time that we mix it up. I think that's almost why it's upsetting some people, like they're not ready for that yet. There are times where I feel like maybe, am I being too generous on the score for these? This movie had so much writing against it just from the marketing alone. Marketing is not always the best indication of whether the movie's going to be good. It should make you want to see the film, but it's not necessarily the directors who are making the trailers. It's like companies that are outsourced that make these trailers often. So it definitely exceeded my expectations. I had extremely low expectations, and seeing the film, I'm not the hugest Ghostbuster fan, so I didn't have like a lot riding on it for me. So I'm gonna give Ghostbusters 2016 a B+. I don't really understand what all of this hate and negativity towards this film is. It was not bad at all. It's a very enjoyable summer movie. It was just fun. You know, I was not taking it too seriously. Like I said before, I don't think the original is like, you know, some Oscar-worthy, incredible movie. It's a fun, campy movie, and this one was the same. Well, did it reinvent the wheel? No. But was it a fun time at the movies? Absolutely, and I would recommend it. It has a really odd IMDb score at the moment. I think it's at like a 4 out of 10. I just clicked on a 9 because I wanted to make sure that it would boost up a little bit, because I'm just like, what is going on here? The Rotten Tomatoes score, however, it's at like a 73%, although the fan reaction is at a 50%, so it's pretty split down the middle from fans. But I'm gonna be on that higher percentile because I like the movie. B+, I think, is very fair. Really enjoyed myself, and I had a lot of fun. So that's my review of Ghostbusters 2016. I guess you would say that is a remake versus the original. They're about the same for me. That's all for today. Guys, please like, share, subscribe to Vigilante Mode Reviews. We've been getting a little bit more subscribership of late, which is great. This is your first time watching this show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's great for growth for the channel, and it's going to enable more content to come your way. And there'll probably be something floating around in here that'll enable you to click the link or whatever. Go see this movie. It is fun. Until next time, guys.
Vigilante mode deactivated.
Talking about movies.